Yo, I was stoked for Spaceman, straight up. I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan. I think that he is underrated. I think that he is super talented. But not only that, the movie was directed by Johan Rennick, and he's the guy that directed all of the Chernobyl episodes. And I was really excited to see what he's going to do next because he doesn't have a huge catalog of movies that he's done. And I was like, Adam Sandler, Johan, this is going to be good stuff, and I was a little disappointed. It almost has something. It really does. It just doesn't quite nail it, and I just was a little disappointed overall. It nails a few things. The biggest thing probably being the set design. The set design is awesome. It really sells the theme, the time, the spaceship itself. It's all done really, really well, and everything is cohesive and works really well. But I mean, that's after that. It's sort of like you can start to poke holes in the other things after that. I think Adam Sandler does an awesome job. I think he nails it. I think that he sells his part, that he still is himself. He still is kind of funny, but he's serious at the same time. You get a little bit of that uncut gems Adam Sandler that we love to see. But I think the next biggest part after that is going to be the spider thing, spider alien. Paul Dano, I didn't want to say at the beginning, that was another reason why I was stoked, right? I mean, what a trio. Paul Dano, Adam Sandler, Johan Rennick. I mean, like, this is supposed to be good, and it just didn't do it. And especially the Spire, like, I sort of wish that he would have changed a little bit, like kind of been uneasy in the beginning, talking with his weird soft voice thing and blah blah blah. Like, it's like, okay, but then after he gets to know Adam Sandler, he starts to loosen up a little bit, I don't know, something else. It just didn't work for me. It just went on too long. And overall, I think the biggest flaw with the movie is just going to be the faux deep. I mean, it's trying so hard to be this deep movie with deep themes, and I don't think it really nails any of them. I think it's trying to like love and should have done, would have, could have, this kind of vibe, and especially with is the movie where it ends up going, where it's just sort of like see the future, see the past, know your mistakes. I don't know. It just did not nail it for me at all. I think it was a big swing and a miss overall, and that's unfortunate, especially with the team, the crew behind the movie. It just came down to writing, really. I feel like everything else was there, but the story didn't work and the writing wasn't great. Therefore, you end up with not such a great movie. It's slow and plodding throughout the whole runtime. It just feels like where's this going? Like, what's the next thing? I get it. The spider, he's scared of the spider. He misses his wife. His wife is a dick. I get it. I'm hearing you. But and then you say she's not a dick. He's the dick. He left. But I just feel like, dude, homeboy's in space, man. Like, you don't dump him over the phone while he's in space. Are you kidding me? I don't care. He made a mistake for sure, but you don't just, you don't, come on. He's all alone up there. You gotta fake it at least till he gets back, or like put a backlog of fake videos that he can figure it out, lady. But you don't dump him in space. It's terrible. And there's probably, I mean, like, let me know in the comments if it's like, no, Austin, you're not getting it. That's the point. I mean, because I'd be curious to know. But for me, it didn't hit like that at all. So for me, it's like, I feel like she was kind of the bad guy. He was the bad guy too, sure. But I feel like she mostly, he's all alone up there. He's got nobody. He's got a freaking spider that he's talking to. He maybe he's hallucinating the spider. Who knows? But I just think it's trying to be too artsy fartsy, really, and it just doesn't get it right. Nothing wrong with artsy fartsy. I like artsy fartsy, but you got to do it right. And I think a movie that I watched recently was Late Night with the Devil, where it's arts of fartsa. It's artsy fartsy, and it nails the themes and it commits to what it is. And I feel like Spaceman, with a little better writing, a little better directing, Johan, sorry, that you end up with something a little bit better, a little bit tighter, a little more cohesive. The themes, the beginning, the end, time, eternity, all that stuff just falls flat when you're not engaged and committed to what's happening, and that's what you end up with this movie. I do want to hit on that kind of that creepy vibe that was like where we as the viewer, we feel sort of creeped out, but there's no reason to really be scared nothing bad's gonna happen, but we think that something bad's gonna happen. It reminds me a lot of this game I played a while back called Gone Home, where it's sort of scary. At least I was scared playing it. I was like always kind of on edge, waiting for something to pop out at me, right, and for something to go wrong. And in the end, nothing goes wrong. It's just basic, right? Spoilers for that game, but it just was like it did the same thing to me, where I just was like waiting for something bad to happen, but nothing bad happens. And I kind of like that. I feel like it's a trick to keep the viewers engaged, and I think that's okay. It tricked me, make me feel engaged. Whatever you got to do to help me engage in the story. But I feel like it only worked for so long before I just was like, okay, scare me or get off the pot. That's how the saying goes. And so I just was like waiting for something to happen. Nothing really happens. I was disappointed overall. I almost liked it. It's a 2.5 for me. Almost liking it. I just feel like it just was a miss, and that's unfortunate considering everybody that was involved. And it just comes down to writing and story, really, which is classic. I mean, that's what the movies are. Movies comes down to writing, right? You can't have a good movie and not have a good story, in my opinion. Do you disagree, though? Let me know down in the comments, along with maybe I missed these deep themes, but overall, it seems like most people are kind of on the same page as me. It's just kind of a whatever movie. But let me know. If you want a full-blown conversation with me, head on over to patreon.com/Austin Kohler, and I will chit-chat with you all there. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you in the next one.